Namaste everyone. Very welcome everyone to this meeting. I have this feeling to share, uh, you know, something which I know now. We can say it is like a story of the soul. That a soul begins to experience life, and then it loses interest in what it has sufficiently experienced. Now it wants to experience something else, like different items of the same categories. Then, when it has lived the uh, different items of the same category or the category as such enough, then it like to experience a different category now. You know, and what is this category basically? This category is not really something so much new existence, but it is more existence in the purity of it. You know, like the experience of the same existence, same life, more pure experience of the same life. And what comes in the way here is as if we get attached to what we have lived so far. You know, we are looking at it from the eyes of a soul. No? So a soul, when has lived enough, want to live a new category, meaning want to live the same life more purely. But it's a long-lived experience or association with the previous uh, way of experiencing becomes a bondage now. Not only it becomes something like a mm, attachment, like a habit, but also up to some degree that it becomes like a addiction. That it is kind of not able to live uh, without experiencing life in that egoic way, unconscious way. You know. However, its desire now is to live more pure life. And that's the struggle that the evolving souls that we are going through. We are going through this struggle, inner struggle, that we have attachment to what we have lived so far. We have addiction, like we are almost living on it, and yet our heart is not happy, not joyful, because this is not what I want. This is not sufficient. I have lived enough this way. No. I want to live the life more purity, like in more purity. I want to live the same life in more. Although it looks like I want to live new life now. Basically, newness of life is what is to be understood here. Newness of life does not really come from some new life. It comes from the same life, but from the new state of the experiencer. Like basically, new life is nothing but more pure life than previous version of life that has been lived by the soul. Because soul has got used to of that previous version now. So there is nothing new for it in this life. Now it wants more new life, which is going to be more pure life of the same life. And for that, the soul has to live its purity. The experiencer has to come to more purer state of itself to experience more freshness and newness in life. And for that, it will have to face the attachment to the previous experiencing and its addiction on it also. So what is the resistance for coming to the purity of our own being? Basically is what we have lived so far, and based on that how we have defined ourselves. Otherwise, this is a very simple story of a soul. That the soul lives, then it is done with that purity of living. It wants to live more fresh life or more pure life. Then it falls into its own purity. From there, it lives the same life, and the same life looks more pure, more fresh, more new. Up to the point that the purity of the experiencer and the purity of experiencing reaches to a certain threshold where it is found that actually what I am experiencing and what I am are not two things. Are not two things really. The being that I am and the life that I am experiencing are one thing actually. It is found at one point. We don't need to believe this right now. I'm just trying to share this story of soul here. No? So this is the story of the soul and what is in the way also. This is that what is in the way. Our attachment to the previous way of experiencing, previous experiences, like a circle. There is a circle in which a soul lives, where there are little bit newer experiences, little bit older experience, but fundamentally they are of the same category. But there is a altogether different category which the soul desires now. Once the soul start feeling that something is less here, I want something much more. I don't want little more. I want something much more than this. That's the time that it wants a new category. But for that, it doesn't need to go anywhere to find a new life. It need to go in its own purity of the being. And that new life is found right where we are. Anyone who has got awakened, they mentioned this, that although it was my need maybe that I went away from my usual life and the city and family or people, but actually it was possible to know this same truth there also. Because this truth was present there also. So I just felt like sharing with all of you to maybe have a look at it freshly, that is it not true? So in this story, a best practice comes out of it. That best practice is that we don't run away from experiencing of life. We don't run away from experiences of life. But we just develop a understanding inside us that attachment is not good. Because if I want to continue experiencing freshness, joy, happiness in my life, then I have to continue enjoying what I'm enjoying, and then I have to let go also. Like having this kind of attitude internally that I will let go of it also now. Like ready for the new. When we are ready for the new, we are also ready for letting go of the old also. And what we let go is nothing but our attachment to the old experiences. Not that we need to flush anything or like this. We just start filling ourselves with the new, which start emptying ourselves from the old also. No? Like an attitude that I empty myself of the old first, or I start filling myself of the new maybe. It's an attitude. No? What I call Prabhat Shuddhi is in one sense in support to this understanding that let us start emptying ourselves of the old, or at the same time let us start filling ourselves with the new. Like creating a circle which is going to remove the old and fill ourselves with the new. No? New energy, new life, new being, new understanding and knowing of who we are. So I just had this feeling to share with all of you. If anybody want to talk to me, you are welcome. Yeah, Mila.
Just a little bit of a practical question. I do understand when you speak about this morning and Prabhat Shuddhi, it is true that there is a pattern in the morning sometime in me, like frozenness, which I can remove during this kind of exercises. But when in daily life, for example, in the office I'm working, and there are also so many patterns in me, like how to flow in such situation. how I can bring the freshness and aliveness in this kind of how to say decision of flowing in a daily life activities, because my mind has certain patterns where I flow and how I function there.
Uh, what I found here in this case is that every like it is very true what you're saying, that the mind has certain patterns, certain reflexes, certain ways of doing things in practical life, which is what is called training. It is not a bad thing. But what is found here is embedded sense of ego. There is an ego embedded in these learnings, in these trainings also. What we call conditioning. So conditioning is mixed with the training. So our job is to keep the training and remove the conditioning. How it will happen? It really will happen exactly in the same way as I am sharing right now. If you start living the purity of your being, you will be able to see the non-essential part of the training. That non-essential part is what is the ego part is, where we are overly being emotional, overly being personal, overly being possessive, you know, or overly being non-possessive also. Both way. Like it doesn't matter. Okay, you can do whatever you want. You can take what. No, both way it is going off balance. Like things are not in balance now here. A person state can just hardly try to attain that perfection, but it cannot really achieve it. But the being that you are can. So if you, the being, live in the purity while living those same pattern, not against them, you will be able to somehow see internally, like we are able to see internally that this part can be, I can let it go, and it will go.
Gee, I feel it is clear to me. It is like a drive in a car. You can use the rules to drive a proper way, like to drive a car. If you don't know the rules, then you will not be able to drive a car. So those patterns which I do have, it is like a rules. I just need to use them in the right time.
Yes. Also, let's say there are some what you can call bad habits. Bad habits are nothing but the habits which are not giving you anything now. Otherwise, everything is a habit for the soul, no? Ultimately, or which are harmful for our coexistence also. So those things which are harmful for coexistence, for sure, they are bad habits. But even there are habits which are harmful for us also. So then you will be able to notice that this is a bad habit. While driving the car, while knowing the rules of the road, bad habit, it is kind of sucks your energy and doesn't give you back anything. No. So that means it is not part of your flow. It is not part of your training. It is not part of your body mind. It is something which is not part of your life, and it is present still in you. No. That's what sucks. That is what is the ego element. Ego element is that which does not give us anything, but it is like, in every dance party it is there and dancing and eating your food and, sipping your champagne and everything. And you feel like, who is this guy? Who invited this? Like that kind of. I hope it is understood.
Yes, G, I feel I also understand what you mean by this. For example, when I feel this laziness or this inner talking that, oh, you will not be able to do this. No, 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 it's too difficult to you. This kind of, yeah.
Yes. So this kind of habit, like a feeling that comes inside us, is supporting a false self also inside us. So at the level of self also, you are accepting yourself to be this one who believes that, oh, I don't think I can do it. So the belief that I cannot do it and the one who is believing it, they are supporting each other, and they are keeping you in a ego state. You know, ego state is that state of the being where the being is believing that certain thoughts and feelings to be true, where they are not. If you don't believe anything, if you just examine everything to be true or false, and based on that, if it is false, you will not do it or you will not keep it. If it is true, you will keep it. then no ego will be kept in you, no? Or no ego will remain in you, isn't it?
Yes, G. Thank you so much. Now whole picture has become clear to me.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
I mean, initially what we call ego state is where this being that you are is completely, almost completely believing everything that is happening inside body mind and depending on them. So those thoughts and feelings are defining who you are now. You are not the user of them. You are being consumed by them. No? At the state of ego, in the state of person. But as soon as you start coming to the purity of your being, you start sensing something is not okay about it. I don't want it to be like this, but it is. I'm kind of almost being forced internally, like experience. Energetically, I'm being forced to live like this, behave like this, do like this. No? And then you start waking up that no, this something is not okay here, because you have your own. We can say mm, in Hindi it is called chand. Chand means harmony. You have your own harmony. The pure being that you are has your own harmony, and you want things to be in that harmony. Everything, including practical life. And somehow you see that that harmony is breaking. Like there is some energy inside me which is breaking it, and you will slowly know that what is breaking, and it will just disappear by being aware of it. Being aware as the being. When you live as the being and become aware of it, it is going to very nicely be transformed or kind of removed, like whatever is not letting you live in that harmony of your being while living the practical life will be kind of, it is removed somehow. It's a beautiful work that happens in the light of the being. I think it's good. Thank you. So ultimately, you can say, we can look at it like this, that there are beings who want to remain as a person, even if, hmm, even if they don't know the truth of life, or whatever is the cost for it, let's say. For whatever reason, they want to remain as a ego. And there are beings like you who want to remain as the being now, even if it is challenging to live the practical life. No? Because that challenge is only a help. It's a mirror, no? Like it is showing you a snake in your sleep, no? Which is going to bite you anyway one day. Why not today? You see and remove it, no? Like this. It is about the attitude. Like you can be in a ego state but having the attitude of a soul. And you can be in the soul state and having an attitude of a ego. You know what I mean? It is really possible. That's why many people who are able to feel the truth of who we are not able to stay in it, because their attitude is of a ego. Their understanding or their way of looking at it is egoic. No? That has to be corrected also. No? And if you look at practical life challenges like this from the eyes of the being, you will understand that yes, something is kind of like as if my flow does not go all the way till the very end where I'm talking to a employee, employer, customer or somebody. Like something breaks, my energy breaks in between. And you will notice that and you will remove that blockage now. So it will happen very, very simply.
Thank you so much, G. You show me how it is and you show me the way how to deal with this. And I feel even I have your support. Thank you so, so, so much for this. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Very nice. Anna, you want to say something?
Namaste, Raji.
Namaste.
It did stay to the same topic, which why I raised my hand before, because I wanted to share something when you were talking about teenage years, and I'm experiencing in the moment with my teenage daughter. I can see it very, very clearly how these things, like how ego works and how it develops. Thank God, she had the grace of living surrounded with lots of love and in satsang, basically surrounded with people who are in satsang and so on. So it's, I'm sure, way easier than it was for me or for somebody else. Still, I can see it, like how it starts, kind of. And by observing that, I was observing also myself and kind of like the other side of, like, she's trying to rebel in one way, and and then I was asking, like, okay, but my rebellion, what is that? Because I can still feel it inside. It's like it's like skipping school, skipping satsang or something, I don't know. Anyway, I could see, and I was questioning it very deeply, so maybe you can put some light on it. I was asking myself, okay, for whom am I doing all of this? And sometimes it was not clear that I'm on this path for my soul and for, like, because the destiny is so, but that I'm trying to be a good student, you know, like I was generally in life. I was always trying to be like me, and I was very disappointed and confused by that, because I do want this, but still somehow there is this rebellion, which is like, I can observe it in my daughter now, and I observe it in myself, and it's very sabotaging the progress, basically. So yes, thank you.
Actually, it is three things which I see here. One is the being, the knowing and living of the being. Another thing is the energy, which either can be creative or generally it is destructive. No? So that energy is there in a young being, no, young person, being, man, woman, girl, boy, no, and it is in us also. The same energy is inside us, inside you also. So this energy is not a energy which can be can be can be dropped into the ocean of God and can dissolve. No, it is not that type of energy. Meaning, energy cannot go out of the ocean of energy, which is the what we call one consciousness. It is the soul which goes out of this one consciousness into the heart of God, into the ocean called God, which is the emptiness. No? So this energy does not want to not to do anything. It's just about what to do, like what is the right thing to do. Like this energy has been brought into life to kind of manifest in some way, or to be in service to manifestation, basically, in some way. So what is expression? Basically, is nothing but a manifestation. Like the being is trying to manifest something. Now, how right it is? Right means aligned with the existential flow. Is how much creative we can call it, even if not from the eyes of a personal, standards, but still, if you see it from the eyes of a being, you will feel it is creative. It is creating something for life. And it can be generally destructive. It is destructive in the sense that it is destroying our own life also and creating something which is going to disturb others also in some way. Like, so there are two possibilities I found here. One is that becoming more wise in some way, which is only possible when we start living in our own being, even if not knowing fully, but becoming wise enough to see that this is energy, and I have to be wise enough to not waste it and not employ it for destruction. So this is one way. Another is that somehow what we call what is Osho's approach is to what we call catharsis. Catharsis means it is basically a way to allow expression of the energy without employing it to do anything particularly, like to create anything or to destroy anything. Like a neutral way of expressing this energy, which does not mean that we are going to run out of energy at some point. No, it is just the garbage energy. So this garbage energy, what it does, it is in the pipeline, it is in the system, which is used to express that core energy which we all have to create. And rather than creating something useful for the life in our coexistence, it is creating something which is not useful, mostly harmful also. Some example could be that science is very valuable in our life. It is so much giving us, but it is the science only which created atom bomb. No? And Einstein was so much crying, when it was used like this. You know what I mean? So like the same thing can be used for destruction, and is used for destruction also, creating something which is going to be harmful for life in general. So this approach of catharsis basically is to remove that garbage energy which is inside us, which is basically, you can say, like the old energy, like a old food stuck in the system, which is rotting, which is creating all type of sickness and bad smell, no? Like a, maybe in a way, dead rat also. So this understanding of Osho was very fundamental. That once you clean this whole system, that same pure energy which everybody is gifted by God, can start coming out and will become like will cause a celebration of life and a creation in life, which is going to be only useful. No? The same thing we can or we will do when in a other way of looking at life, like living in the purity of our own being and living from there is going to do the same thing also. Although we will many times feel that I'm trying to live from the purity of my being, but I'm not able to, because our energies of body mind are not cleaned, like they have not been cleaned yet in a way. Like the passage is not cleaned yet. That's what it means. That's why this Prabhat Shuddhi is very, very important actually. Not really optional. Do you feel that this what I shared is going to be any useful in this?
Yes, it's very clear. And I could see, like yesterday, because there was a situation with my daughter that it was basically cleansing, and it was good that there was emotions and crying and so on. So, but still, I wanted to ask about this devotion. Last time you were speaking about the true devotion, and I could also feel it and live it. This devotion to the self and to living the truth. But in the moments when this is not present, then there is this devotion to the master, or like we kind of do things because we are loyal and because it is said, pointings by the master and so on. So yeah, if you can say a few words about that, because I can see that very often it's like kind of like reaching for father's love or sympathy, you know what I mean? Like that. So maybe a few words. Thank you.
There are 2-3 things I want to say here. One is that I kind of myself never followed, rituals, like something given to everyone. Okay, we do like this. So I did not do that, and then I don't feel that I am the right person to say anything in support to that. But I understand that what is a devotee basically, or what should be a devotee basically, is basically a wise being who can see that basically a devotee is not devoted to the God or to the Guru, because they don't really know who is Guru and God. ultimately. They know a little bit, but not so much. They are more devoted to the purpose for which they are here. They are devoted to truth in this case, no? And their devotion to truth becomes their wisdom. And that wisdom shows them that my alignment with the Guru will be a help for attaining the truth to which I am devoted. Then they get aligned to it. This I support, but out of wisdom, not out of blind beliefs or following something blindly. Because somebody has said. So this is one thing that I feel, that as we will become more wise, like we will feel, we will like to be in alignment more and more. Like for example, even when we go to a music conference, a live concert of music, no, we like to be in alignment with the musicians, with the conductor first of all, and with all the musicians. Like as they move, even as they turn, and we are able to sense and feel that what is going to happen now, because we want the maximum from it. No, is it devotion? You will say, hey, I am devoted to you. Hey, all the musicians, and they will say, what are you talking about? We were just playing. The same thing happens with the Guru also. Guru says, what are you talking about? I have no attachment to anything. I have no relation with anything. I have no disciples. But it does not mean that you cannot have a connection from your side. No. Because you know you want the maximum. So that one-sided connection or devotion to the Guru, not two-sided, only one-sided. Guru is not benefited by this. Meaning the true Guru is not benefited by this really. It is more of a, kind of a lightweight heaviness unnecessarily to the free being. No? But it can accept out of love, that is okay. If you call me Guru, it's okay. I don't have to really all the time say, no. I have no disciples. But it is one-sided only, and it is out of wisdom. You said something else also, which I'm missing, and I really wanted to answer that. Well, like, speak about it a little bit. There was one thing more that you said towards the end.
Maybe you meant where I was like seeking Father's love.
Yes. That. Yes. So that seeking Father's love is like this. That it is really true. Like existentially, it is true that my Guru is really much more older soul than I am. Like in the age of the soul, in the soul years, he is much older than me. So I will naturally feel like he is older, no? Whether I call him father or not, but that feeling will be there, no? It's not about a relation, it's about the feeling that a bigger figure is there and kind of can hold my hand and kind of, give me a hug and can protect me, So it is natural to feel like this. It is really natural because when I'm in front of my Guru, I really feel like a child because I am a child. The soul, not the person. So it's a actual existential reality. It's not really believing anything. However, there is a possibility that somebody will come to Guruji whose age is also similar to Guruji's age. Maybe Guruji's knowledge will be more than him. Then still he will say like that. But he will not have that kind of feeling. You see what I mean? He will not have that kind of feeling like, oh, like higher, like a father or something, like this. So it's a natural thing. It's not really something we need to believe or anybody whose heart opens up, they are able to sense this, no? Like a being to being, love is felt. And this seeking for this kind of love is also very natural really in the soul, I feel. It's totally natural. And I totally feel it is right. There is nothing wrong in it. Just believing is kind of not my type. Meaning I'm not that kind of exploring, knowing, living. Even in our life also, in the practical life, in our family also, we have some person, one person in our family, we have, let's say, we look up to them, sometime. Always, actually, like whole life we are looking up to them, like, and we feel comfortable when they are around us, even if now they are not able to do much, let's say. In Indian families, it was very common, and even now it is very common that we always, like somebody was saying that, so your father lives with you. He said, no, I live with my father. He said like that. Like that kind of attitude we have, that even if my father is not earning anything or giving anything, but he is still seen like a source of wisdom, advice, and everything when I need, and kind of a umbrella under which I am safe in a way from the everything. Even the, for example, blessings of the elders has a great value in India even now. You know, like somebody was saying that everything in my life happened very beautifully just because I got a lot of blessings of my elders. Like I kind of served them and they were happy with me, or something like this. So this thing is really everywhere. When we become only intellectually spiritual, then problems happen. Otherwise, so let us avoid being intellectually spiritual only. That is where everything is obviously. Then we want everything, we don't want to give anything. Life is a relation of give and take, always. So thank you, Ji. Thank you. Just a little bit more I want to add here. I want that because devotion is a very different topic really for me now. Devotion was like a totally like unknown territory, for me almost whole life. But now it's a different topic for me. In that devotion, what happens is that the devotee soul, the soul that is devotee to the one who it is devoting to the truth or to the being, if it is found in life that one being was devoting in themselves itself to the other being, and at some point it was felt that I am done. Now they move on. No? Why they move on? There could be many reasons of moving on, but there could be one reason also that somehow the devotee being became bigger than the one it was devoted to, meaning in the form of the soul, like this. Then it will have to find another door, because the one you are devoted to, the Guru, is a door only. What you are devoted to is actually the ultimate truth, the infinite self, the God, which is trying to show you that you are also infinite. The devotion is trying to show you that you are also infinite, that we are not two. The God and the devotee are not two. This is the ultimate destiny of every devotee. And through devotion, this is like you are learning how to melt while you are enjoying the ice cream. Just keep looking at the ice cream, how it melts. You just enjoy how it melts in your mouth. Nice. And you are melting. The soul is melting in God. This is what is devotion, in one sense, in comparison to sadhana. Sadhana is like you are made of ice, and you are given a hammer and chiseler. Cut yourself now, and also blow some hot air so that it can melt, while you are feeling the pain of being cut during this time. So devotion is the most beautiful, sweet way of melting in God or coming to the truth of who we are, the ultimate truth, one truth. But it is not seen like that. I don't think real devotion ever feels bitter. It is just that when we are not ready for it yet and we still try, maybe that is what gives us a bitter taste in our mouth. Thank you. Just felt like adding this a little bit. Devotees don't go anywhere. They have reached already. Devotion is that you have reached already, no? There is no somewhere I have to go, something. No, being in the devotion is being home in the presence of God, in the taste of God. Then now devotion will make you do things, and that will cause more dissolution or melting of the devotee into the God. But that contact has happened now. Hand holding is now happening all the time. You're not leaving the hand anymore. And the beloved is not leaving the hand anymore. So devotion is really end of all form of doings, and it is the beginning of the pure being that we are. Being who we are. Now it's like being who we are, living who we are. But obviously our mind is very strong and our sense of doer has we have a lot of confidence in it, then we will feel, no, what are you talking about? I can do this myself. This is not for you then yet, if you can do it yourself. This is the language of those who have started learning how to let things happen. Why people let things happen? Very wise people actually. We must look into it one day. No? Guruji said, I heard that, did you notice that all the great things that happened in your life, you did not do them, they just happened. They happened in spite of you, not because of you. It is true. But we just still don't, our mind is so strongly egoic that it converts everything into I did it, or I'm going to do it, or it happened because of me. Nothing is happening because of me. Nothing is happening because of me. This I spoils things, messes things up. And my beloved Lord is trying to bring everything into harmony continuously every day in everyone. If I let Him do the work, harmony will happen, will return in my heart, in my soul again. No? In this harmony, the doing is there, the experiencing is there, the activities of life are there, but there is just no separation from God, from truth. There is no responsibility or burden of living life, going home to the truth of who we are or anything else. So end of ego is not really end of living. End of ego is not end of life. What is end of ego? What is ego? We must find out. Those who wake up, they just wonder, where was this ego? What was exactly this thing called ego? Like a knot, not letting life flow. It was just a knot, energetic knot, not letting life flow. Life being what? You are life. I am life. Every one of us are life. Like there is only one thing, life, or the being of life. Like being of life is flowing and witnessing itself to flow. How well I flow. Enjoying, like who is enjoying the flow is the being of life only, what we call the witness, the awareness, who is aware of the flow of life. It is one thing, it has two aspects. The one which flows, the one another which doesn't flow. It just remains still and watches. Which is present in every one of us. All of us have these two aspects. One which is flowing, ready to flow, want to flow. The more it flows, the more healthy, happy, joyful it will be. The less it flows, the more sick, dull, unhappy, miserable it will become. So it is possible, Anna, that you can wake up to the truth of who you are, the witness, the other aspect, while your outer aspect may be stuck still. Nothing is almost flowing, like body mind is sick. It is possible, and it happened to many beings before also. You will be called a very, pure being, living in the purity of your being. But energy, life is not flowing. Thank you.
Jesus, I want to come in front of you and want to live the purity. Because I feel like some old thing when I see my inside me, then I feel like I don't want to live it So Like now I feel it's like some restlessness when I see impurity in me, then it's making me like, no, I don't want to live this. I want to live only my purity. So just
I want to say something here because this kind of feeling comes in kind of, in between also, in the intermediary stages also, where we feel like we have just tasted the purity of being first time or a little bit only, that we feel, "Yeah, I just don't want to experience anything which is happening inside me." We are not really ready yet for giving up all of this. That's why we have attachment to it continuously from the back door in a way. That's why it doesn't go anywhere. Or also, it could be that you have kind of sufficiently become clear now. I really don't want to live this now. Here I want to add something. Here I want to highlight something, that what happens is that you, the being, really has attachment. That's why things are happening the way they are happening in you, the way they are present in you. There is no other way anything can be inside you except that you hold on to it. Let's not call it attachment, but you, the being, has to hold on to it. Then only it will happen in you. Meaning, if something very bitter like this, if usual training, conditioning of the body mind playing is nothing wrong. Anyway, you will not mind it. No? But if you have a bitter taste, something is creating a bitter taste in you, no? Which clearly means that you don't want to live this version of this part of your life. You want a different version of the same part of your life now, or of whole of your life. So this is a matter of choice, like as if the choice has to be clearly made here. Like the more clearly you make the choice, the less effort you have to make to remove it, this fundamental bitter taste. You know. So while this bitter taste is in you right now, be more and more clear, like totally clear as much as you can. Be clear that, do I have any interest in it? And if you don't have any interest in it, even if it is not gone there yet, gone anywhere from you, you will already start feeling free from it. You will already start living the purity of your being now. And that's all you need. You need to just turn towards yourself. You don't have to fight with anything inside you, fight fundamentally. As soon as you turn towards yourself, which is the purity that you are, you have chosen the purity which is going to regulate now what will stay in you and what will not. You know what I mean? So there is no need really fundamentally to remove these base bitter feelings from you. You just turn towards yourself and start living the joy. Purity of your being basically is pure joy. So already do that. Right now do it. So that we can see whether this, what I'm sharing, works or not. So don't look at the bitter taste so much, but will be gone. It is like some food on your table, but you are not interested in it anymore. Like you are totally done with it now, forever. So is there this food on your table now? Not really. Meaning neither you have love for it nor you have hate for it now. Hate for it basically is nothing but love for it, no? In a way. Like some form of attachment is still there, no? In a reverse order, in a negative way, no? So don't have love or hate for it now. Like I'm really done. Become free from it right now without removing it from you. Okay? And tell me now what is happening.
yes, it is like my hatred or my negative thing is giving me like I'm giving any kind of attention, either positive or negative. It is still I'm giving some attention. So yes, I don't need to just stay with my pure state. So yes,
Yes?
it's so true.
It does not mean that you will become free from these challenges or bitter taste in your mouth forever. No. As you will be living the practical life, certain life situations or activities of life will activate these tastes and you will taste them again. And for that, what I call Prabhat Shuddhi or living from the pure being in the daily life. No? That helps. That is going to kind of wash these energies and those bitter tastes will be removed, no, from it. So don't feel that everything will just disappear. No, you have become free now. Now it will look as bitter only as much as it is. You are not going to add more bitterness to it now because you have started living the sweetness of your being. So this is the point. Don't try to remove the bitterness already. Start living the purity or sweetness of your being. This will guide you somehow that what is the best way to remove this bitterness from the energies. No? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So
So I just feel like I'm flowing nicely with my purity. And when something comes in, that start like, why it is coming? So that I paid some attention. So that's why it started. So I don't need to.
you can continue flowing from your purity, and that when will become like a stream is going to take care of this bitter taste also. While you continue doing Prabhat Shuddhi like a supporting activity, support it, support this cleaning also. Yeah. As a thumb rule, when you are doing Prabhat Shuddhi in the morning, check about any heavy energies. Anything heavy basically is a declaration that it is not, its vibration is not matching with your vibrantness or vibrancy. No? Like how vibrant you are now, this energy is vibrating at a lower frequency or slower frequency. So less frequent. So that's why it looks dull to you. So this has to be transformed, or this block of energy has to go out of your system. One of the two. So heaviness, just look for heaviness. Like all that heaviness will finally disappear. You will be only light and flexible, strong but flexible like water. You know, like that. No need to give any name to it, whether it is bitterness or whether it is, hate or any other type of emotion. No? Like this. Just heaviness. And every morning you will find some heaviness. It's like natural to feel heaviness. And if you work little hard in the morning, you cannot, not only you will remove the heaviness of the last year, of the last night, you can remove the heaviness of the even before that. So which is where we are actually cleaning our energy. You know what I mean? Cleaning our energy means removing the dust of the past. Thoughts are where the memory of the old is kept. No? And our belief in the thoughts is where the emotions are produced out of them inside our system. Now, once the emotion is produced, it is actually there in your system. It has to be removed now. Meaning something has to be done about it. If you want that emotional energy and the flow, then you need to remove the old emotions. If you don't want that, you can just put it to the fire. No? Some people do that. Everything will be burnt in it, alive. It will not be useful for the ego, and it will not be useful for you also.
This is the right word for my, like, what I'm saying, heavy energy. That is old emotions are come on the surface. Then that time that feel give me that heaviness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they got mixed with our conscious mind and conscious emotions, you can say. There are unconscious emotions also, unconscious mind also, like this. So conscious mind is what gives us knowledge, conscious emotions are what gives us taste, like this. So they got mixed with the conscious emotions that we usually live, and they are giving us that heaviness. Heaviness is always there in everyone. There is a lot of heaviness. It's not that easy to remove it, no? But if we create a cycle, like a circle, like a wheel rotating every morning, you know, it is so very possible to remove all of this so fast. Like without ever knowing it, what was there in my basement, you know. But mostly we are like, I want to see what was there in my basement. And then you are gone. That is so attractive, so sticky. It's like this, you know, Spider-Man, black Spider-Man movie, you know, in which this black Spider-Man was there, no? This substance, so sticky. And it gives you power, but black power, no? Power at the cost of forgetting yourself. Do you want power at the cost of forgetting yourself? This is the real choice we are making. No? Ego gives us power at the cost of forgetting ourselves. Like selling our soul for 7 Vishnu. So thank you. I think it is understood. Yeah, thank you. Deepaji, you want to say something?
I don't have many questions, just wanted to come in front of you. Something has changed in me after meeting you. It's like suddenly I feel unattached, and I feel that is it me, something wrong with me, that I'm unattached or unemotional to certain aspects. Suddenly, in the same situations where I used to react, I respond. For me, it's like now, I've seen this before. Tell me something new. This is now my mindset. Is it okay? Is it right?
I think it's very good, no? Because whenever you, the being, is waking up, soul is waking up, you will also remember. I have seen this really more than I can remember. Obviously, you will feel like all these memory are there inside you. Even if you cannot remember that, okay, in my past life or lives, I did the same thing, same mistakes, or same ways reacting, but you can sense and feel, no, inside. Which I feel is a good sign that you are actually feeling that I have gone through all these things more than enough times. I don't have to waste my this life doing the same thing which I have been doing for so long. I can do something different now, this time, or something radically different also. This radically different is what is knowing who we are or living the purity of who we are. It's not different, it's radically different. Like totally different. That's why there are two type of people in this world, the one who do different and the other one who do radically different, no? Like this. So please tell me now. I think it's good.
I just want to now live life, live all of it. I don't want to go back. It's even if it's spiral, even if it has to take me to any dark place. I just want to see it now. Is it too soon to say anything?
No, I think it's fine. It's totally fine. No? What you are feeling or saying, I think it makes sense. No? It's just that if you make plans already, like a schedule or like a way of looking or fix things, that is going to bring trouble. When the time has come for you to wake up, then what life does is not really that it gives you more settlement. It kind of, in some way, first of all, in a gentle, sweet, loving way, it tries to show you that this is not a settlement, it's a flowing river of life. Wake up and accordingly start meeting it every day. Don't get settled here. We should not be settled in life. And if you don't accept the sweet way, then life is going to wake you up in a bitter way, no? That bitter way is what may feel like a disturbance, like something which is very unsettling, what we call very unsettling. What is very unsettling? Like I saw one man in one moment dying in front of me by it was hit by a vehicle, and then I could not eat whole day that because it was very unsettling, like something got unsettled too much in me, you know what I mean, which was so nicely settled until then, So either we will face the very bitter taste, bitter experiences of life to get unsettled so that we can wake up, or we can go for this sweet call. There are many sweet calls. I'm sure from inside also, and satsang is also that sweet call. By the way, satsang is not a bitter call, but those who are not really clear about it may see the sweetness of the satsang as something to remain asleep more. No, that's a mistake actually. There's a fire in satsang also. We should meet the fire while tasting the sweetness of satsang. That's the beautiful combination, supporting like a very complete combination, combination. The sweetness, the joy, the bliss, the beauty of the satsang also supports us from inside, while the fire shows us something, light of satsang shows us something also. So just don't make so much rules, just start waking up more, like depend on yourself more, the being that you are, who is living the experiences, not on experiences so much. Like if your stability is dependent on experiences, then you are going to face instability more and more, because life changes. Try to understand the role of the mind here. Role of the ego mind, for example, is here like this, that life is continuously changing for everyone, not just for those people who are waking up or who are more conscious, self-conscious. No, everyone. It is just that they don't believe their mind anymore, or their mind is not able to hypnotize them anymore, that everything is very settled. They are able to see through this mind, which is saying everything is settled, that no, nothing is settled. Everything is kind of changing. What are you talking about? How can I enjoy anything here? It is like river flowing, everything is dying continuously. So when you are more conscious, more self-conscious, then you cannot depend on mind now. You can only depend on who you are. So that's the only place where you can get that stability, that settlement which you need here in this very unsettling flow of life, which is never settling anywhere with anything. And whatever you do, your body-mind will follow it. Particularly your body and your basic brain and all those things, they will just follow you. If you settle with the being, they will adopt the way of the being, that stability, stillness of the being also. So thank you. I think it's good to say anything else.
It's like I don't want to run away anymore.
You don't want to run away where? Like where you felt that you could run away or you can run away.
Exactly. I thought that I could run away. I could escape it. But why do I need to?
How? I don't think you need to.
Now I feel like I should just live it and move on with things rather than delaying things, because I have been the one who has actually, if we look holistically, God shows everybody ways. Everybody. It's just that we are intervening again and again and delaying everything, right?
Yes, correct. It is very, very correct what you are saying. Because we are not really something independent that we can decide whatever we want. If any one of you believe that you can decide whatever you want, then just sit for a moment here right now and check who you are. And all of your illusions or overconfidences of the ego will disappear, at least for a moment here. How can you be sure about your doings and your confidence in the doership if you don't know who you are? So we are living more in a belief, in a dream, in a hypnosis of I can do whatever I want, and doesn't matter who I am. Like I don't need to know who I am. No, it matters. It is the most important thing. Who I am is the most important thing because that decodes everything in a way. That kind of reverses the effect of hypnosis in a way. No? So it is true. We are not independent really. It's just that what is a wise being basically is the one who has started sensing this, what you are saying. So I will say you are becoming a wise being, and as you will become wise enough, you will now know that fighting with the will of God is the only way to suffer, or fighting with life is the only way to suffer. I have to utilize it, not fight with it. I have to understand it and come in alignment with it, not fight with it. So every one of us, Deepa, is living in the will of God. Will of God is like one small stream coming from the source, which is nourishing and intuitively guiding every soul. What is next now? No soul knows what is next really. Only God knows. Soul can be very wise in the sense that very still can it start noticing and seeing the flow of God. Can notice, can tell even others also. But it doesn't mean that ultimately it can know everything. No, only the source of life knows ultimately everything. So you are very right. That's why mostly what you are calling running away basically is running away into the mind, meaning into the sleep of the belief that I am a doer, I can do this, I am a doer, I can do this. Our mind is just keeping us in the hypnosis. But when you will become more conscious, you will demand more life, more life. You want to feel more aliveness. And that's what is suffering. That when not feeling that aliveness, I'm doing everything, but I'm not able to feel that aliveness. No, like this. Like. Because that same mind, which is keeping us in a way safe in the illusion of stability, illusion of settlement, is also not letting us feel life. That life, that aliveness that we want to feel. We are really, as a human being, we are trying so many formulas. And all those other formulas have really not worked ultimately, except one. That is living the truth of who we are. Only this formula has worked 100% time and has produced only beautiful results. Only it's just that we are mostly not ready for it yet. When we have confidence in the mind, basically we have belief in the human experiments that have been done so far, that maybe this will work for me, maybe this will not. As you will be more still in your being, you will see the fundamental flaw in that approach. Because it is based in belief, not in reality. The belief that I am the doer, that I can do whatever I want. Not that we are not there, we are there. Not that we are not supposed to play some role, we are. But more letting myself play the role than doing it myself, choosing it myself. Who I am, what is my knowledge to decide that what I should do in my life and not right now, or today and every day. No? That is more of a dream in the mind in which we are living, from where we are seeing everything to be in a certain way, and in that story there are things and all of that. So I think it's very good. Thank you. I'm very excited to share this with you and feel this, live this truth with you. So good. Anything you can say if you.
Just want to thank you.
Oh, that is wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
How nice. How nice. There was somebody asking that once that is it necessary to go to the higher state of consciousness in order to know who we are? Because this is a topic like spiritual growth. Is it necessary for awakening, for waking up to who we are? No. So we can see like this that heart is the central place from where we are really living. Now, whether this heart is open or closed or not is a different story. Below the heart are those valleys, valleys of our individual consciousness in which we have been living. And above this heart are the peaks, the mountain of our human, individual consciousness. Who you are in the valleys is the exact same one who you will be in the peaks of consciousness. You are not going to be something other than that. So this is truth. So practically, or you can say technically it is possible to know the truth of who we are without any spiritual growth. That's why, many great beings say like this. And it is true. However, when we have fascination for seeing those peaks, like what is there, what is the scene, what is seen from there, like how is the view, then we will not listen or care about knowing who we are. Not that it is not possible to know who we are. No. I'm just sharing my direct, raw experience of how it looks like. No. So, not that it is not possible to know who we are, not that it is not possible to turn towards who we are. It is just that we are too busy in kind of, what are those shining peaks? I want to go there and see what is there and from how is the view from there. And there also, after some time when we are done with that view, then we wonder who I am actually, who is looking at everything. Which we can do, by the way, when we are in the valley also. No? Our valley is in our belly. Okay? It's true, in one sense. That's why belly matters in life. Mostly we are caught up in our belly or in the valley of our belly. No? Mostly. No? So this is something I wanted to hear. However, there is a possibility of a misunderstanding in a soul that you are. So this is the reason that I'm speaking like this. There are some souls in you, in all of you right now, and in the world, who are actually just having a misunderstanding. They are just ready to wake up. They don't have interest in high peaks or anything. But they just have heard and believed now that I need to go to the high peaks of consciousness, then only I can know who I am. No. So for those of you I'm speaking like this, that no, it's not necessary. Who you are at the first step, present step where you are, wherever you are going to be exactly the same one who you will be at the last step of the spiritual growth. So knowing who you are and spiritual growth may look like same thing, but actually they are not. It is not the necessity to know who we are. It is more that the one who is living it is not in the mood to know itself. It wants to experience the growth first. What happens when I do this? what happens when I come to the higher chakras and bodies. This is the this is what was found. So thank you, thank you. Ekta, you want to say something?
Namaste, beloved. Can you hear me?
Yeah, namaste. I can.
What you were just saying that, you know, that some of us are feeling that, at least I can speak about me, it says that, no, I have to do certain steps, evolve, you know, and then I will know myself. And this invitation that you have been extending, you know. So can we live this once again, now fresh with you of who I am and, you know, from this, the seeker to the knower right now. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Very beautiful, yes. I will just share and you live, and then maybe in between I'll take some feedback from you. Living of who you are is really very simple. It does not require anything but you. So how you will live, how we can live ourselves, how you can live yourself, you know, living ourselves, how we can live ourselves. For that we need to start sensing, noticing right now that what I am and what I am not. So let us start right now. The basic rule is that what I am experiencing, I am not. I am the experiencer. So do not try to produce any experiences. Do not try to create yourself. Just adopt this way of looking right now, that the experience that I am having right now is a reference to tell me that I am not it. I am experiencing it. We can start with the body, that we are experiencing the body. So body is there, meaning body, the experience of the body is there. And I am also experiencing it, because experience cannot be declared without experiencer. So I am also present in this experience of body. And then experience of breath is here. Breath is being experienced by me. So when I'm experiencing the breathing, it means I am also here. So now the body and the breath has become a reference for us to bounce back our attention to who we are. So our attention is continuously going to the body and the breath to acknowledge that this experience is happening. Let your attention go in the body and the breath, but don't let it be stuck there in the detailing of it. Don't try to define what is happening in the body, label it anyway, or think about it. As the attention will go in the body and the breath, so it will come back, bounce back to you, the experiencer, and will highlight that I am also here. So body is here, breath is here, and you are here. Don't try to overlook or cover up the body experience and the experience of the breath. Let it be really highlighted as it is. It is not the body and the breath which is causing imprisonment in it. It is the mind. Body and breath and you are free. So as you are feeling your body, you are able to feel yourself also at the same time. As you are feeling your breath, you are able to feel yourself also at the same time. Body does not take more consciousness than necessary. It is the mind which takes. So don't be engaged with the mind, that's all. But engage with the body right now. Feel the body, feel the breath, while feel your own existence also, who is feeling the body and the breath. If any one of you is feeling any sleep, then keep your eyes half open, half closed, so that you don't see maybe around, but you don't feel that feeling, that falling asleep. There is a certain depth of experiencing the body, which is also the depth of the experiencer. Here we are going to meet the depth of our own being also, who is experiencing the body. Allow this to be experienced. Because body and breath is actually here, is totally here, and you are also here. That's why you are able to experience it. So this you who is experiencing and acknowledging the body and the breath, now check who I am. Now only for the last few seconds, only focus on yourself. Because now you can, because you are free from mind. Now you can focus on yourself very easily. Focusing on yourself, living yourself, same thing. But living yourself without living anything else. Now living yourself without living anything else. Anything else being any experience produced in the body and the breath. All those experiences are just experiences. No thoughts or feelings are identified or labeled differently. Only pure energy everywhere being experienced in the body and the breath. And you are experiencing all of it, and now you are focusing on yourself. Now you are living yourself and not any experiences of the body and the breath. Thank you. If you want to say anything, some feedback, go ahead.
Thank you so much for this experience. can't even say, just it's an experience. But right while this living was happening, the background, my phone beeped, and there was somebody who was calling. For 1 second, the attention went there, and then it's like, not needed. And because the living of this was just so joyous. And somewhere I want to bring this to you where the noticing happened, where the call came, the attention went, the 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 and it's like thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
It is that you really got engaged with yourself in a way. You got involved with yourself in a way. This is what is living in the being, involving with yourself. And then somehow you naturally feel so much joy or sense of value, sense of significance, that everything becomes less significant. Everything has less value in a way, not naturally, automatically. We don't have to give up our great thoughts, patterns, or what they promise. They just lose their glitter, their shine, no? In this real that you are. Like it is so more real than thoughts and feelings and in even the body and the breath. You say actual, this is what is actual let go that happens without effort. So even letting go without even making effort happens here. Things drop or our interest drops, decreases also for many things. And remember, after living the truth of who we are, sharing this truth with the whole life, with everyone who may need it a little bit, and it may help them a lot. And also, smiling a little bit. No? Because our mind is habitual of long face. Remember this. Our ego mind is habitual of long face. Like, why? Are you a horse? Like this was a joke, no? That a horse goes to a bar and the bartender asked, "Why the long face?" No? Are you a horse? Horse are okay with long face. No? So smile also. It will give you a reminder to your conscious mind level, to that ego state level, that no, this kind of serious business is sickness here, no? In this context. No? Yeah. So show me your smiling face now. Although joy is our desire, ultimately everybody is seeking for desire for this joy, no? But joy is the way to make your settlement into yourself permanent, no? Express from here. Express means just being happy right now. No? This is what is expressing your joy from your being. No? I just have this kind of an outlook towards it. Like the taste of your being is going to fill every level of body, mind, all the course, and will leave that fragrance, which will remind you of how to go back to myself so easily. No? Like follow the fragrance. Like, so very good. Say anything if you want.
I don't know. uh, but this fragrance that you're sharing is just so sweet. Somehow I feel the external fragrance has actually lost its, flavor. I love the incenses and everything. Yet, this fragrance is that, it's like the air that you feel on the face when, like, I was in Rishikesh and with you, and what I could feel, or by the Ganges, the freshness of the wind shower, and I couldn't share it with anyone other than just live it and be joyous in it. And
Yeah. Now Ganga is ready to flow through you also. No? Like this. Allow this freshness. This is going to remove all those dead who are in us. No? Going to make them free, no? And make you free from them also. Let the Ganga of your own being, no, flow through your body, mind, and set you free from everything. Very, very nice. Thank you. Asta, you want to say anything? Oblique. Swab.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Rajee, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It felt every word. I was feeling something, some experience happened. Every word you said, it just felt Rajee's just talking to me. It's every little thing I was feeling, you were talking about it. And the entire discussion you had with Prachi, and you also mentioned, don't give this energy any name. Because when you were sharing with her, I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm feeling. And then you mentioned that, it's that heaviness at times you feel. And that exercise right now you made us do with Ekta. I'm like, this is magic just happened. Just magic just happened that how come Rajee felt everything that I was feeling and just transformed me in this satsang. It is so powerful and so I'm so thankful to you, Rajee. So thankful to you. I mean, what I was before, what I'm now, it's magic. Thank you so much. Thank you for reminding and guiding and pointing and never giving up on it and always sharing with the freshness with us. So thank you so much, Rajee.
Thank you. Very beautiful to hear. Like a happy seeker report, like a finder report now. You should be happy about yourself also, because not only my sharing is helping you, but also your desire to complete the jigsaw in you. Like, there are missing pieces of jigsaw, there are missing dots, and together they are being completed. Like, things are making sense now. Oh, yeah, this is what actually it is for inside me, and this is not for this. So because of you, because of your thirst, interest, eagerness, readiness, that I want to complete it now. So be happy about yourself also. Together it is happening in the grace, in the, this is that prasad of my Guru that is completing, it like this. And then when you are ready to be completed within yourself, satsang is a great help really. Because satsang is not really trying to teach you anything new, not trying to give you any advice to do anything or not do anything, to stop anything or start anything. It just wants you to become complete and see more holistically the whole thing. And then it kind of makes more sense. First thing is that you are joyful. Like, okay, I'm joyful now. Let's see what left to be finished. Is there anything left to be finished? And you will slowly feel that I'm not so much of a doer really. I'm more in a doing, in a play, in a activity of called life, where other people, their activity, they are kind of supporting in some way and giving alignment and orientation to me also in a way. I'm more a presence. I'm more like a being, like a space, like joyful, truthful. Like you are truth actually. This taste of truth is the joy, because it is an assurance also that I'm always going to be here. So you are not only joyful, you are going to be joyful also now continuously. No? This is why you are more happy that, hey, I cannot lose this myself. That's why whenever you are coming to this kind of clarity and living of yourself, maybe you don't know so clearly many things, but you are so happy, so peaceful, so joyful. As if your mind does not know yet, but you have known now that I am the being, I am eternal, my nature is bliss. So this main problem is solved. Bliss took care of the main problem of life called suffering. Now let's see what all need to be solved. What problems left now? Thank you. I think very, very good. God bless you. Samya, you want to say something?
So I think there is two things that I want to bring to you. One is that, you know, for some time I was abroad. I was in the ashram for 3 months, and I came back to Turkey again, where I live, and like as if like everything has changed even before I realizing, like so much openness and everything is like flow without me doing anything. Like I have changed, I have transformed, and everything just so effortlessly for me in out world also. Just one thing I realized when you also say this serious seeker, what I realized in just a week is that one part of me is just so open, you know, like as I said, it's just everything is just so effortless here. All the doings is not like there is anyone who does anything here, you know. But at the same time, I started to feel like, you know, before I go, there was this serious seeker that as if like I need to wear as a mask here in order to like protect my energy, because like people are just so coming to me, and as if like I just want to stay in my energy. And it was like maybe as if like an obsession within me. Like I always try to protect my energy and all this stuff, and I was not able to handle with so much interaction and all this stuff. So now again, I realized that I again started to wear this mask of like, you know, the serious one when I came here. But at the same time, I don't want to wear it, because when you wear it, it's like you start to become it as well. You forget for some time later. So yeah, this it's not even struggle, but as if I wanted to bring this to you to become more clear and not turning into a struggle. Because one part of us wants to become so open as I am now and just give without giving. And at the same time, one part wants to protect, as I just thought. Yeah, so maybe you can put some light on it.
Oh, Uh, we need to understand there is something very valuable that is a pointing that can be practiced in our life, and it's going to safeguard us from this identification with the mask. No? Because mask is not really a option in life. We cannot, generally speaking, remain in the same way with same gestures and expressions with everybody. No, they change, and we have to change them. And sometimes, when we are surrounded with certain type of activities or life flow, that we have to remain serious also, maybe little bit, or not so much laughing or flowing in that natural way of expressing. No, and the chances are that it will look like, okay, we will get identified with it very easily, that okay, this is my, like, what is identification? In one sense, you can say the beginning of identification is when we take it for granted. When we take it for granted, that's from where the identification begins. The identification start getting into roots. So the answer to that is what we call living in the present. Living in the present basically is not like new mask. It is more wearing the mask more consciously and using the mask more consciously also. While wearing the mask, remaining aware that I am the actor. No? Up to some degree, obviously. Remaining aware that I am the actor basically means remaining aware that I am the being while playing as a person, as an individual activity, like this. So this remaining present or remaining self-conscious, is actually one thing in one sense. And it will not let the identification happen, which starts with taking it for granted, that every day you wear the same dress, every day you go to the same group of people, every day you talk similarly. Then energies start getting settled there in that way, and you, the being, also starts settling with your energies in that way. Now that you are free from it, you should remain free from it also, with effort, like with some alertness, with some vigilance. That vigilance is remaining in the present while playing the role, knowing that I am playing the role. Like where is the mask, where the mask ends and where I begin. Like that kind of a sense. Not really there is a demarcation line, but this will help us somehow. And this whole thing may look like very difficult, like what are you saying? I can be the being or I can do the things. Because that mask or those masks are so sticky that they just suck me into it and I just become a person. No, we can slow down a little bit and we can be somewhere in between the two. Totality, for example, is the best practice connected to remaining present or remaining self-aware. Totality. Totality is not for the person, because person can never be total. Totality is for the being, so that being who is caught up in being a person can become free from it into its own truth. That's why whenever being who is living as a person tries its level best to be total in what it is doing, it starts getting out of mind, or a compulsive, flow of thoughts which are producing egoic dream and dream identity. So remaining present, remaining total, they are connected to each other also. Totality is the same thing as remaining present, but from the point of view of doings. Being present is from the point of view of being, the doer, the real being, real doer of life. So if less of you is present here, or less of you, or you are less aware of yourself, then there are higher chances of getting identified with the mask that we are playing with, we are using right now. And the more we are present, more we are self-aware, then there are lesser chances also, like this. Because this is the difficult part in a way. After realizing the truth of who we are, or living the truth of who we are, we return to the body-mind. And you may find a lot of stickiness here, like a lot of glue unnecessarily, and you will remove those glues now more and more. For example, every mask, when used for a long time, creates some kind of human glue, like not human glue, egoic glue, and that glue kind of make it easier for you to put on the mask, because that's how we are every day mostly. But now it is same thing will become a difficulty for you. So now you will choose to remove the glue and put a ribbon around it to put on the mask now. You will use a ribbon, not a glue anymore. You know what I mean? So slowly it will happen. You will understand that all that stickiness of the ego, of the mask, is absolutely useless and harmful for you. You will remove the stickiness now of the energies also. Because you will feel, no, it's not going to happen like this, because every time they stuck with me. So let me do something fundamental now about them. I hope that these best practices will help you. These are pointers which may help you in some way.
Yeah, like I was wearing this mask to protect myself from the voodoo of blaming others, like not being victim, you know? Yeah, yeah. Um, there is too much space while we are talking, and is it like I don't want to even interested with all these things, and I just want to look with you into who I am, if possible now.
I'm already living. You can join me. You know, while listening to me, live yourself. Continue living yourself. Because in satsang, this is one of the many benefits, that you are not supposed to live as a person to live the truth. And that goes against it, by the way, also. It defeats the purpose of satsang also, by the way. If you live the truth as a person in satsang, it kind of defeats the ultimate purpose. Initially it is fine for the time being, but ultimately not. So you are very welcome to live as the being while listening to me or talking to me right now, or just sitting where you are. So nobody, meaning at least I am not going to say that, hey, you are not living as a person right now. That's not okay, no? And this stickiness also reduces more and more as you will be able to see the difference between you who is using the mask and the mask that is being used. As you see the difference between these two, the difference is not really something real, but difference is something that when highlighted or lived by us removes the stickiness, you can say. Because basically the mask and the one who is wearing the mask, both ultimately are being perceived in the mind of the soul. When that mind is refined, more open, ultimately, that natural mind of the soul, when more open, more has come to its natural state, then it will allow the mask to be the mask, and it will allow the being, the actor, to be the actor. Like both can coexist now.
Thing here.
Hmm?
May I ask something?
Yeah.
So, in satsang, we just so much hearing like the one who wear the mask, the one who identifies this kind of thing. So, I think I just want to see that, like, mask I can see, energies I can see, feelings I can see, being I can sense. I will put in that way now. But I'm not sure about the one who wear the mask, the one who identifies with things. So can you please show me what is that? Maybe it can be helpful, because I hear so much it's mentioned, even like in Guruji's exercise, you know, the one who identifies with the feelings, I put that into the basket of God. But what is that that identifies? So can we look into that?
I think it is about, it is talking about you, no? You are that, no? So who are you? Know that right now. That's how you will know what is that one. No? That when you're not somebody somewhere, this you who is talking to me right now is that one, no? So deny right now that no, I am not that one. Then I would like to check how, on what are the basis that on which you are saying that no, you are not that. So deny that no, I am not that. And I also explain why you are saying so. This who you are, truly. You may have a misunderstanding that you don't know who you are. No, it's not true. You have a un, un, unknown attachment or a unconscious belief that you know yourself. That's what is producing this feeling that I don't know. Let go of that belief, then neither you know yourself nor you don't. Only you are. So there is a knowledge which is happening in the being, and there is a knowledge which is not happening in the being. It is happening in the form. Where it is happening in the form, we don't need to identify, but we can just say in the mind. So this knowledge that is happening in the mind about yourself is causing you to feel confused about you. Let go of this knowledge. Live in the not knowing of who you are, but live yourself only and nothing else right now. Then you will not have any confusions about yourself. So I hope that it is clear now.
Yes.
It is natural to feel confused like this a little bit. But as soon as you are ready to directly know the truth, life speaks to you directly also like this. Because it is you who is actually setting the speed, telling life source that I want to go through these concepts. I want to go through these processes. I want to go through these practices, these steps right now to reach to the truth of who I am. That's why it is taking steps, processes, and you know, if you say I'm ready now to directly know the truth, life will speak to you directly like this, like it is speaking to you right now. So very good. Thank you. God bless you.
Thanks to you too. And I feel just so blessed by God or by this that it's just to somehow clear. I don't know if it's just special for me, but it is just too clear. So I just want to offer my gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So mostly the soul that you are is thinking that I need to know, I need to have more knowledge in order to know who I am. No, you need to have less knowledge about yourself and less and less and less and less. Then when you have no knowledge about yourself but only have desire to know yourself, then you know yourself so easily. So knowing yourself, the ability to know yourself and yourself, only these two things are required to know yourself, plus the desire. So when you have desire to know yourself and just left alone, you leave yourself alone to yourself, then you know yourself. You don't need mind, you don't need any knowledge or any ability to know yourself. Although all those abilities and knowledge are creating a wrong impression inside you that I need them to know myself. Meaning it is the habit of the soul that you are, that you have been knowing everything in the way of the mind, that you now believe that even to know myself, I need that format. No? What I realized once I started experiencing my own existence, that this is a different format of knowing. It's not knowledge, it's more knowing. Like it's not something which we can leave. No, we have to attend it all the time. Then only this knowing happens. No? Like attending the self is knowing the self, but not knowledge of the self. Knowledge of the self is a false expression, I feel. Incorrect expression, I feel. In mostly. Not knowledge, but knowing. Knowing like alive right now, no, like this. But when you are living, then whether I am knowing myself or not does not happen to us because of the joy, because of the truth that we are. This kind of doubts don't happen that whether I am living myself or not, should I know myself or not. All those things don't happen here. They all happen only when we are not living ourselves. Because those who are living themselves also and knowing themselves also. Like living the sweetness of being and knowing the truth of being at the same time. And those who are not, they are having many different confusions also. But they all are, we have to see whether those confusions are to be attended or not. Are they serving any purpose? It's like this. Very simple example that there is a ice cream in your refrigerator, in your fridge, in the kitchen. You are sitting here, you want to have the ice cream. Now you have different kind of thoughts and feelings and doubts. Any of them, are they serving in any way to take you there and eat the ice cream? If yes, they are good. If not, they are not good. But if you have doubt that whether there is ice cream in my fridge or not, and if that keeps you here on this chair and not take you in the fridge, that is not a good doubt. That doubt should be challenged immediately by going in the fridge and opening that check. Let me check myself. I think it's good. Thank you. Zoki, you wrote, beloved Rajiji, I am in Monte Sajar right now. How wonderful. Sending you love and blessings and a big warm hug. Ah, God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, beloved. Thank you, thank you. Very, 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 very nice. God bless you. Thank you. Yatri, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee. Can you
Namaste.
hear me?
I can.
Related to this topic, in this framework, like I myself have somehow addiction of to the information, like awareness and the content of awareness. So this information addiction, sometimes I just accept, sometimes it continues. But in knowing oneself, like there is this hidden thing, an assumption that I know myself. And a few minutes ago you also said that there is also somehow underlying assumption that I do not know myself. So it's a bit tricky, and first time I observed how strange it is. So just maybe you talk more about it, and maybe you highlight my errors, and that may help in clarifying and seeing reality more in a more better manner.
Primarily, satsang is not really for discussing about truth, although it is all right and we use it for discussing about the challenges and like this, what we are discussing also right now. But primarily, the purpose of satsang is to give us the taste of truth. And then when we get the taste of truth, then something different happens inside us. Like right now, we are having a comparison, discussion, improvement, processing within the mind only, where we have only images of the truth. One image of the truth is that I don't know myself. Another image of the truth is that I know myself. But first time when we come in touch with the truth, then we see the difference. That hey, both these images are actually not true. As much as my taste of truth during satsang, no? Which is what resets many things inside us towards knowing the truth of who we are, or knowing the truth as such also. So, when you are able to taste, it's a kind of strange, terms I am using. When you are able to taste awareness, then you like to know directly what is awareness by living it, then think about it through concepts, no? Because you are this awareness. By living yourself, you are knowing what is awareness. You are this truth. By living yourself, you are knowing what is this truth. Another way is through concepts, through information. So it is about kind of exposing yourself to the taste of truth, and that is going to change certain things. So in satsang, allow yourself to taste the truth, and which is going to reset or kind of give you options in a way, like some other option than what mind can offer. No? Because mind cannot offer the taste of truth. It offers only the memory of some taste of truth, like what happened before, no? Like an image. If you live the truth directly alive in satsang, it is also going to highlight again and again that hey, what I keep living in the mind, or keep knowing or keep collecting this information about truth, about awareness, is not really a taste of it, a knowing of it, a actual experience of it. Because what is the purpose of information? What exactly is the purpose this information is serving? No. Why we collect information? Information is like a map, like information about how to reach somewhere, or what something is and where it is. No. Ultimately, so that we can go there and taste it, no? Meet it. No? So if you meet truth in satsang, then the information about truth, that habit that we have in the mind to collect information about truth, will reduce, will come to the minimal, to the necessary, to the essential only. Non-essential fascination of the mind to collect information will kind of reduce and be removed, will be removed also, I feel. Because information as such is not something good or bad. No. Let's say if you don't have access to something, but you are interested in something, you would like to have at least some information about it. Information simply means second hand, third hand knowledge of it. No? So this is okay. Let's say we don't know, like for example, yesterday I was watching some scientific, video somewhere that they are talking about the depth of the ocean, where the oxygen level is supposed to be the minimum, like the lowest, and surprisingly it is highest in particular region, and they are researching what is going on. So this information is good for me because I cannot go there really, myself. So I like it. Oh, it's nice, but it doesn't mean that I will believe that I have been there now. But what is accessible to us? For that we don't need information. We need encounter, meeting it, exposure to it. No. So truth of who we are, awareness, a subject like awareness, is accessible to every one of us. Why we need to keep collecting information about it? This is the point. So just think about it. What is the purpose of information? If you really have some purpose of information, enjoy it. But if you enjoy it, you cannot suffer it. No. Our problem, you think, is that what we are doing is our problem. No, what we are doing is not our problem. What we are doing and not happy about it, that is our problem. That we still do it, but we are not happy with it. Like, I don't want to do it, then don't do it. No, but I just keep doing it. But why you do it? Be more conscious. Think about it. Look into it. I feel like this. Let's just look deeply that why I am collecting information about everything. Because mostly it is a way to avoid exposure to the reality of it. Like I think Deepa was saying that I don't want to run away anymore. This is what is that it has become clear that enough of information about these things. I want to meet it now. I don't want to go anywhere in that. Like in the name of library of the mind. Mind is like a library. In the name of maintaining this library, we are avoiding meeting the good morning, fresh morning, about which there are many books, and we are reading the books. Fresh dewdrop, like a poem about it. It's nice. There's nothing wrong in that poem. But when the dewdrop is right in front of you, would you like to meet that or read about it? So this is the thing that you have to check, I think. What do you feel? Is this in line with what you were asking or sharing?
Yes, I think I think in like by information or by reading or by videos, I might be able to increase the thirst for truth. So this was in a way like.
And why you come to satsang? Or what is the purpose of coming to satsang in relation to this? Let's say.
Yeah, in a way, not to go off track and collect as much as wood and fire to increase the thirst for knowing. This is the.
And are you feeling that you are able to get more from satsang by collecting more information? Is it helping you?
Partially, yes, and partially I see that there is more and more longing or thirst is increasing. But still there are some fears left, or something has to be encountered inside. And
So I think
like
then,
even though I want to finish this so-called journey, or I don't know, as soon as possible, but somehow still then I see that then
I mean, as I see to it, I feel everything is helping in each other, isn't it? So, do you have any doubt or confusion about it? That something is not okay here, or
like somehow I am not able to confront that there is this, you or might be Osho has said that unknowable, and one has to encounter unknowable. So somehow I feel that these things keep coming, like
this is
this
also,
domain. This
yeah,
domain is somehow.
it is very exciting actually. What we have fear for is also something very exciting for us, no? But have you met the knowable yet? If you have met the knowable fully, then I think you will be ready for the unknowable or not. Knowable is mind. Have you met your mind enough? Clearly, consciously. Like, are you clear about what mind is offering you? All of it, not just part of it. If you have become clear about what mind is offering you, that is the known, then you are ready for the unknown or not. What is the unknown? Unknown is the knower of mind. You, the knower of mind, is the unknown. So you are not going to find unknown somewhere. You are that unknown. And you are, how can you be afraid of yourself? Not that how can you be afraid of yourself. You are, everybody is afraid of ourselves only. Because we are that unknown. And our mind is giving us the impression that I am known to myself. I am so and so. Even if you know the whole life, but you don't know yourself. Not that you don't know yourself today. You are never going to know yourself. You will be that unknowable. You will be the knower of the unknowable, and you will be that unknowable also. And always so. Like forever so. This is the joy of being of life. You are this being of life. That it remains unknowable to itself. And yet it keeps knowing itself. Yet it remains itself only, nothing else. So it is a joyful challenge. It is not a problem. If it is a problem, check who I am. Who is feeling this challenge, a problem. This will help, really.
Yes, definitely. But I would like to say my own limitation. Like I do not have that power in a joking way that you have that power to see something from the bird's eye view, or something of sort of just index of the book, and then decide what whether to go for this chapter or not. So that powers I do not have. And maybe they, I mean,
You meditate.
such.
You
Yeah.
meditate and sit in your being. That power will start waking up in you also. Everybody has this power. Because it is the ability of being, the wisdom of the being. Everybody has it. If you don't live in the belief that I don't have it, then it will start waking up in you. Please understand, we are doing a lot to remain limited as a person. We have to stop doing that. That is believing. So we are doing a lot to remain as a person. We have to stop doing that to become free from it. That's why the practice just sitting and doing nothing. It is an indicator. It's more of an internal message for the being that sense what are you doing. And the being is able to sense that, oh, I'm actually continuously living in a believing, like a hypnosis, internal hypnosis. And I have to stop now. And the being stops somehow. Whenever the being stops, the hypnosis is broken. No? Like this is a hypnosis of the circle, moving in a circle. As soon as you stop, the hypnosis breaks. No? Like this. So thank you, Ji. Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Thank you, Rajee. And I just ask for your blessing, not only for me, but for all people who are absent here, that we see reality apart from illusions. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All my best wishes, all my love to you and to everyone. That you always remain in the flow of existence and you always remain blissful, joyful. Because suffering basically is an indicator that we have gone astray. We have gone off the path. We have to come back to the path. That path is called the flow of existence or will of God. No? And not only something else has to help us, but we also need to support or help it. Like we need to help that higher power to help us also, through indicating in many ways, through indicating that I am ready to let go of what I am holding on to in order to be free, from this suffering. So thank you. God bless you all. Ekta, you want to say something?
I just want to tell you thank you. Thank you to Guruji, Osho, and everybody who's for this longing and for making you ready to satisfy and quench this thirst. And to my sister who got me to you. And it's just been.
Yeah, thank you. Very nice. Thank you, beloved. I feel like sharing like this with you that life is not really a struggle. However, it is a journey. It is a journey of the soul from the source and then back to the source. It's like a circle. And I think many of us are the ones who are completing the circle now, back to the source, back to the God. No? In this picture, is there a place for suffering? Actually not. Then from where suffering comes? Suffering comes when the soul goes, after tiredness, maybe it goes to sleep and dreams. So suffering is happening in the dream of the soul. It is not happening in the actuality of the soul. That's why we are suggested to know the truth of who we are or live the truth of who we are, so that we can get out of that dream in which the soul is living, so that it can get out of that suffering which it is experiencing during the dream also. Because anybody who is even little bit awake and feeling this simple truth that I don't really know, it is like a unknown pilgrimage on which I am. They all feel that I am thankful that I am. It is a gift. My existence is a gift. And my ability to be conscious of myself and to be conscious of life is a gift. And I am grateful for it. They don't have demands so much from life, like desires so much from life. Basic necessities of daily life is more than enough. And heart is full of joy always. Some challenges of life are producing certain experiences in the body mind is fine. But the joy is not going anywhere, because joy is not connected to our doings and their results. Joy is never connected to a cause. It is not within the domain of cause and effect. It is without cause, causeless. Joy is causeless. We just need to be available to attend it, not that we need to do something like fulfill some steps to experience it. So, beloved Ekta ji, thank you. I feel you.
Thank you.
Very, very good. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. So very, very nice, beloved. It was amazing meeting with all of you. My heart is full of love for all of you. My best wishes. God may always, always bless you. Thank you.